it caught my eye because it looked like it was plastic. The paint on it was so smooth and so glossy, I was just like, holy cow, like, how do you do that? Okay? It just so happened that the guy who did the painting lived in my neighborhood. Okay? And I found this out later. He done a contract work to do the painting. Anyway, he came over for a barbecue, the neighborhood barbecue, and we were doing it at my house. And while he was there, I was like, hey, Steve, I got to ask you a question. I said, how do you do this? And he said, it's easy. It's patience. And I was like, I was let down. That patience. I want like some mixture, you know, what's that secret mixture, paint thinner with this and that? He said, no, it's patience. He goes, I said, well, tell me about that. He goes, this is how you do it. Now keep in mind, my approach to painting is real simple. My wife says, that wall needs to be painted. I go to the store, they say, it probably needs 3 coats. I say, great, that means 1 really thick coat. That's my approach. Okay, it needs That's the reason why my wife doesn't let me paint it. Okay? So he explained it to me. He says, here's what you do. The first thing you do is you get some sandpaper and you sand down the surface so it's smooth. I'm like, check, I got that. I've heard that before. And he says, and then you lightly spray on a thin layer of paint. I'm like, thin layer? This is a new concept for me. He goes, yeah, you spray a thin layer of paint on it. He goes, and after you spray it, you let it dry, and then you sand it. I'm like, hold on. You sand the paint you just put on there, isn't that counterproductive to the goal of painting that thing? He said, no, because when you paint it, there's imperfections. The paint will bubble. You run your fingers over the dry paint, and you'll feel those rough imperfections. And you get out the sandpaper and you smooth those down. It doesn't remove all the paint, but removes some of it until it's smooth. And then you put on another thin layer of paint. And you wait for it to dry. You find imperfections, you sand it out, and you put on another thin layer of paint. And then you sand it. Another thin layer of paint. You do that over and over and over again until you look at it and you go, it's done. A lot of times when we talk about inviting, this same principle applies. Your first invites that happen in the first year or so of your business are going to be an exercise in painting and sanding. You're going to do an invite, then go to paint. It's not going to work, and you're going to have to get out your sandpaper and go, smooth that, okay, I shouldn't say that, okay, that didn't work. Ooh, sound that one out, okay? And then you're going to put on another thin layer of paint. And this time it's going to be a little bit smoother, but it's not going to be perfect. You have to get out your sandpaper, smooth it back out, you put on another thin layer of paint. It's painting and sanding, and painting and sanding. And I get so many new coaches. If you're a new coach in here, and I qualify a new coach by being here for around less than 18 months. And you're caught up in this notion that there's some secret to inviting. You look at other people like it's so easy for them. They just talk and it just happens. And I'm over like, okay? You're comparing yourself and your 50 layers of painting and sanding to someone who's done thousands of painting and sanding invitations. But what's the secret? When it comes to inviting, it's just experience. It's painting and sanding and painting and sanding and painting and sanding and making mistakes, buffing those suckers out, put another, and pretty soon you'll be that person. People are like, man, inviting is so easy for you. And you're like, and in your mind you're going, holy crud, if you knew all the layers that I've had to go through. And I just gave you this script and you're kind of using it, but you don't understand what went behind that. It's painting and sanding. I wish this was like Matrix, right? And every training I can say, hey, look, here's this training, 3 Robin Games, do 3 Robin Games training, 5 minutes. It's good like the Matrix, I have a little table, has everyone seen the Matrix? No, this makes no sense to you whatsoever, okay? And I can lean you back and jam a needle in your brain, upload it. Melanie Dixon inviting extreme. Okay? That would be awesome. Never gonna happen, sorry. Okay? So what do? We go get that experience. You are the only person who can experience your business. It's painting and sanding. And painting and sanding. Okay? When we talk about inviting, I want you to think about like a